All right, welcome everybody. We are here live at Lion Country Safari in West Palm Beach, Florida, and we have a very special treat for you all today. I'm going to turn it over to one of our main educators here, Miss Chelsea, who is in our nice little red t-shirt. So Miss Chelsea, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Miss Chelsea. I'm our program specialist here at Lion Country Safari, and I've been here for, it's going to come up on 9 years now, and I'm joined with some awesome people here. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, so I'm going to pass the mic over here first.
Hi, my name is Cody, and I am one of the chimpanzee keepers here at Lion Country Safari, and I have been here for 5.5 years now. This will be my 4th Christmas with the Chimps.
Hi everyone, my name is Shelby and I'm a chimp keeper here at Lion Country Safari, and this will be my 2nd Christmas with the chimps, and I've been here for about 1.5 years now.
Yay! So we're so excited to show everyone how to make some really fantastic enrichments for our chimpanzees. So Kristen, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I think we have some great instructions.
Absolutely. So just for everybody to know, Christmas with the Chimps is a very special event here at Lion Country Safari where Santa Claus actually comes to Lion Country Safari to deliver our chimpanzees presents. So this year, what we love to do with the school district is we love to open it up to have the students help us make some special enrichments, and then Santa is going to be coming back down to Florida, and he's going to help deliver all of those presents that you all created. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to roll the very first video that kind of gives a little bit of a background story and also goes into how we can create some of those really special presents for our chimpanzees.
Well, Petrus, I'm so excited to be up here in the North Pole at Santa's workshop. Thank you for inviting me.
Chelsea, we're so excited that you're here at the North Pole this year. We're getting ready for our annual Christmas with the Chimps event. I know the elves have been working so hard on all the enrichments. They're so excited for the chimpanzees to open them.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see all the Petrus, where are the enrichments?
I don't know. We're here in the enrichment room. They were supposed to be here. This is where they always go. Hey, you! Do you know where the enrichments are? They're supposed to be right here.
Petrick, you know that Santa gave all the elves off for Christmas this year.
Oh. Santa knows he's not supposed to approve all that vacation time all at once.
I mean, Petrix, you got vacation time last year around the Christmas with the Chimps. It's okay, we can fix this.
You think?
Oh yes, because we have our friends at Palm Beach County Schools that can help us make enrichments for the chimpanzees.
I'm so glad that they're going to be helping us again this year. They did such a great job in the past. Do you think that they could use some reminders on how they can help us make those enrichments?
Oh, absolutely. That's what we're here for, to help you guys make those enrichments and get a step-by-step guide. So why don't we go ahead and do that right now? We have our friend right here, our intern, Miss Amanda, the elf in training. Why don't we bring her in too?
I get to come too? I don't have to sweep floors and clean toilets and do dishes?
We can get back to those chores later.
Oh, yay!
Well, let's go ahead and dive into those instructions. Alright everyone, we have some big news to share with you this year for those of you who have returned to Christmas with the Chimps, who have done it a few years now in the past. We can now use paper products this year. Yay! So that means that you can now use cardboard tubes, you can now use cardboard boxes, construction paper, paper bags. All of that is safe to use this year for our chimpanzees. So we can now, Petrick, actually, if you want to pick up one of those cardboard boxes for me, you can get really creative with these cardboard boxes. Our chimpanzees love to rip up the cardboard boxes. Like, is anything in there, Petrick?
I don't know, but I'll keep trying.
Okay, you keep trying. But you can decorate it like Christmas presents. Some years our students made snowmen. They made boxes on boxes and got really creative with that. But look up some Christmas characters and see how creative you can get. Work together with your classmates and really see what you can create with those cardboard boxes. I don't even want to know what these two are doing behind me. But anyway, you can also, teacher, Amanda?
Sorry, you said characters.
I know, but the nutcracker's a little much.
Okay.
Maybe you guys can work on making a cardboard box nutcracker.
That sounds fun.
Okay, All right, keep them busy for a bit. Now Amanda, do you see? I see you picked up that tube there. This is actually a cardboard tube that we decorated, and our chimpanzees really love the cardboard tube. They love to search in there. Our keepers will actually put a lot of goodies in there to see what the chimpanzees can reach in there and find, because chimpanzees love to forage for food. That means they like to search and see what they can find. So, did you find anything, Amanda?
No.
Okay, we'll keep searching. So, our chimpanzees really love cardboard tubes. Now, if you guys find a mega cardboard tube like that, that's great, but if you don't worry. You can just use a regular paper towel tube and decorate that. Our keepers will actually make shakers for the chimpanzees out of these, and they love that. What did you find, Petrick?
Look at this. What is it?
Necklace?
I think it might be a necklace.
Tell you what that is.
It actually goes with your outfits.
Well, look at that. Now, Petrick, even though that looks fabulous on you, it's not a necklace. It is actually a wreath made out of water bottles.
Wow.
I know. Now you guys can actually decorate the water bottles how you would like, and our keepers will put goodies inside for our chimpanzees to reach in there and get. Chimpanzees are really great at figuring out puzzles. So like I said, our keepers will take care of all the food items. You all do not have to worry about putting any food in any of the enrichment. That is for our keepers to do. They know what's safe for the chimps and what our chimpanzees really like. So you guys, you just worry about the decorating and the putting it together. But you can see, Amanda, if you want to hold up. Oh no, that doesn't fit, Patrick. It's okay. It was a little kid t-shirt from long ago. But you actually found what you need to put together the water bottles. So you can find an old t-shirt. Please make sure that it's been cleaned. But you can cut it into strips and feed the water bottles through that t-shirt. Please make sure the water bottles have been cleaned as well. And maybe with some adult help, cut some holes at the bottom of the water bottle and just tie that old t-shirt through the water bottle, and you make a Christmas wreath for our chimpanzees. Now you can also use some paper products to make puzzle feeders like a Christmas tree if you want. That can be really creative, where you guys work together with your classmates, make some really neat puzzle feeders together for our chimpanzees. Now the key thing here is that everything we use to make these enrichments is non-toxic. So any glue that you use, any paint, any markers, everything has to be safe for our chimpanzees and is non-toxic.
My stocking's empty.
That's okay, it's for the chimps. Remember we said our keepers stuff everything. But yep, you found a stocking. If you guys want to look online and see if you can find a stocking outline to make stockings for our chimpanzees. And you'll find that we put in our room a chimpanzee like list. It has pictures of all our chimpanzees and what they really enjoy. So that way, if you guys want, you can write little messages to our chimpanzees and our keepers and really personalize your enrichment. What did you find, Petrick? It's always fun when
Santa gives these out when we don't make any mistakes.
Oh, good job!
I think we're in trouble today then.
Yeah, I think so.
But you guys get to make the enrichment, so...
I'm so excited! This is always one of my favorite events of the entire year, and I know the chimpanzees are going to love what we make, and especially what the students make, right?
Oh, absolutely. Now, I do have one really important message for all of our friends at the Palm Beach County School District. Now, that is what we don't want to use when we're making our enrichment. Please do not use any staples and don't use any tape.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do not want to use tape when we make our enrichments,
Yeah.
all right? So please stay away from that, because that is not safe for our chimpanzees.
I remember what happened last time. It took me a week to get it all off of me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Petrick.
Tape or staples?
Let's move on.
All right, everyone. So if you all have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Education Department at Lion Country Safari. That's EdReg, that's E-D as in dog, R-E-G, at lioncountrysafari.com. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. We're going to ask that those enrichments be dropped off after December 5th, or excuse me, no later than December 5th. because we do have to go ahead and put those enrichments through a cleaning process. I like those glasses. We have to clean those enrichments, make sure that they're safe for our chimpanzees. So once again, December 5th, and you can drop those off, teachers, at our front office. We'll have a little sign-up sheet to let us know who dropped them off, what class, and we're going to please ask that once again you limit those enrichments to just a few enrichments per class, or one really big enrichment for your class to work on together. All right, everyone, so thank you, Dietrich, thank you, Amanda, and thank you all for working together to help our chimpanzees get some enrichment this year for Christmas with the Chimps.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are back here live again at Lion Country Safari, in case you are all just now tuning in. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening up our question and answer part here. So if you have questions at all, feel free to type those in, and we'll be happy to answer them. But as I do see a couple questions coming in, and I wanted to ask, Cody, let me ask you this question over here. Do all the chimps like the same type of enrichment?
Well, actually, they, for the most part, do, but they're also just as different as all humans are. We all have our different preferences for different toys. So for the most part, they all love different types of treats, anything from fruit or veggies they love. Anything they can shred or tear, anything that makes them look extra hard for their food, they all love that kind of stuff.
And Shelby, I know that with the Christmas with the Chimps, why is enrichment so important?
It's really important that we give the chimps new and fun things to do every day. It makes their day really exciting and fun and entertaining. So anything that we can do to just make their day a little brighter, a little better, we try and do that for them.
And to piggyback off of that question, what type of enrichments do you do?
We do a lot of different kinds of things where we have what we call puzzle feeders, where we will, for example, we'll take a box just like this one and we'll put treats inside, maybe some cereal, maybe some dried fruit, and we will place them around their islands and we'll let them look for it. Just kind of like it's Christmas every day.
So wait, Shelby, a puzzle feeder isn't like putting together a puzzle?
Well, I mean, it can be. It can be. There's different kinds of puzzles. Yeah. But this is a puzzle box shape, you know. So they like to look through the boxes and see what they can find. That's one example.
So, Cody, do you have a favorite chimp here at Lion Country Safari, and why?
Don't tell the other chimps this, but I do have some preferential treatment to other chimps over others. They all have an equally bright spot in my heart, but every day I would say Tonic would be my favorite. She's actually the mother of one of our alpha chimps, Bamboo, and she's just the most caring and fearless mother. She defends her son every second, but she can be equally as sweet. And I watch her every day, and I really enjoy her.
I have a great question that actually just came in, and Cody, I'm going to actually have you answer this since you got the microphone ready to go. It's from a second grade class, and they want to know, how do they get to open the presents?
So chimpanzees are actually so incredibly smart, and they're also very incredibly strong. So the presents they're given, they can just tear it open easily with their hands and their teeth, you know, like they would do these same types of behaviors in the wild, where they would try and, you know, look through different branches and through the brush for their own food. So they're actually mimicking behaviors they would do in the wild with the things we were able to provide them.
And do they have enough strength to be able to hold on to slippery items? We have another class that's asking about that.
For the most part, yes. Their grip is so incredibly strong, they can hold on to just about anything. They're able to swim through the branches, so they can hold on to just about anything.
So are there things like ours?
They're actually very similar to ours. Their fingers are longer though, and they're literally exactly like ours. They also have fingerprints just like we do.
And their fingerprints are different?
They're all different, just like ours.
Oh, that's really cool. I I'm going to have Shelby go ahead and answer this question that we have. And this is from a third grade class. And they're wondering, can chimps open a door? And then also, what do they eat?
I'm sorry, can they open a door? What
Yes.
was the second question?
And what do they usually eat here at Lion Country Safari?
Okay, so can they open a door? A regular old doorknob, like a door that you can just walk into like us? Probably. They're very smart. All they have to do is touch it and play with it, and they would discover that they could open it very, very easily. What they eat every day, we actually give them a really great variety here of fruits and vegetables, and it's different every day. So they'll get an onion maybe, a sweet potato. In the morning they'll have fruit like oranges or apples, and then maybe they'll get some fancy stuff. Like I think we have celery root for them today, and they get jicama. They get really fancy produce that I don't even get sometimes. So they eat really well here.
I guess that's why with those doors, we keep them away from our door handles.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't want them to take
Safety first.
So there's some cool questions coming in, and I just wanted to let all of our students know that are tuning in that we do have a little sheet at the bottom here in the room that you'll be able to kind of gauge your enrichments around, and it gives you some of our chimps' personal things that they really enjoy, like certain colors, maybe certain boxes that they prefer. So one of the questions that we did is, what kind of things do the chimps like to get the most?
I'll just start off by saying they love treats. Any kind of food and enrichment they can get. They love cereal. They love dried fruit, like raisins and craisins, peanut seeds, sunflower seeds. You want to add on anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of their favorite foods are some of the sweeter fruits. We obviously have to not give them as much of that though, but anything like bananas, your typical monkey or ape liking banana is 100% true. They love anything sweet flavored, basically.
Now, Cody, do they share their presents? Do you think that if Santa goes to deliver the students' presents, are the chimps going to be willing to share with each other?
So they are just like either your brother or sister, where they like things to themselves. We try very hard every day to get each individual chimpanzee their own special items. So on Christmas Day, we will try very hard, and they will all each get their own presents. So we have to kind of single them out, and some are a little more pushier than others, like your bigger brother might be, so they'll get the first presents, but they'll eventually all get all the same presents.
Miss Chelsea, this question I'm going to ask you. They're asking, can they make, when the chimps like to sleep, like can they bring like a quilt, or can they make something? What do you think, Miss Chelsea?
That is a fantastic question, and you can see our keepers nodding yes. Absolutely. Some of our chimpanzees really like that. In fact, last year for Christmas with the Chimps, we actually had a class come together and make this beautiful quilt, and they personalized it to our chimpanzees. So we definitely encourage that. We would love that. Get together, be creative, and some of our chimps really enjoy those quilts because they actually make nests, brand new nests every night. So definitely, please do.
So, Miss Chelsea, explain to us the enrichment process. So the students, they're going to make these really cool enrichments, but then how does that work? Are our chimp keepers going to be putting stuff in the enrichments?
Yes, absolutely. So we want all of the students to work together with their classes. We want to make one really big enrichment together because there's a lot of you guys, so we only need one enrichment per class or just a couple enrichments per class. We'll work together. You guys just make the shell of the enrichment, like the big cardboard box or just the paper towel tubes, and then our wonderful keepers here will go ahead and stuff any food items themselves. So they'll take care of the food. You don't worry about the food. They'll do it themselves. And then those enrichments are going to be due December 5th at our front office of teachers. If you want to drop that off between the hours of 9 to 5. We have a document in the room with any instructions on the drop-off for you guys. And once again, 9 to 5, December 5th. And we are going to go live with a video showing all of our chimpanzees getting those beautiful enrichments that you all make on December 21st. So once again, December 5th, enrichments due. December 21st, we're going to go live with those enrichments.
Yes, and you'll actually be able to see Santa delivering your enrichments that you made with your class to those islands. Now, I wanted to ask Cody, there's a couple questions coming here, and I'm going to kind of put two together. One is, do chimps like to build, and do they like projects?
As far as building goes, I would say they build their nests, like Chelsea mentioned, every night. As far as using tools to build stuff and put things together, they don't necessarily do that as much as they would use tool usage to maybe find food or forage, or use sticks to pick up things and make shish kebabs and all that fun stuff. What was the second question?
Do they like projects?
For the most part, they spend most of their day either, socializing or looking for food. That's why foraging for their diet is so important. That's what they would do in their natural habitat. So as far as projects goes, they're not necessarily like humans where they would go and build something and spend most of the day on that. They're basically just trying to survive and eat and sleep.
Speaking of sleep, one of the questions that came in, what time do they usually go to sleep, and how long do they sleep for?
So usually around sundown, I would say, is when they would go to sleep. And generally throughout the entire night, unless one gets thirsty in the middle of the night, like just you might, they'll go down and drink some water. But for the most part, they'll sleep throughout the night. Some will stay up, looking for trouble if there's any, which there never really is, but it's kind of their job to guard each other. They're one big family. So they'll generally sleep mostly through the night. And they'll end up waking up around sunrise because that's when they would start looking for food again.
So I saw this question come through, and to me, I feel like the chimps' favorite thing about Christmas would be seeing Santa. So the question is, what do chimps like to do for Christmas, and then beside play with the enrichment toys?
So they know as soon as they see that man dressed in red that they're going to have a really fun day. They get excited. They're so smart. They know days ahead of when we're setting up. So they will spend the day with family just like we would with their group mates, and then they'll share meals. Hopefully some will share with their friends and siblings just like you guys would. But they'll spend a fun day with each other, opening up presents and eating food just like we would.
Thank you so much. That's a great answer. Shelby, I know Cody mentioned his favorite chimp. Do you have a favorite chimp?
I do. I have a couple favorites. I mean, it's hard not to love all of them, and I do, but the one that has my heart is named Jake. And Jake is a very special boy, and we love him. He's very loved by all of his group members. He's a little lower on the totem pole, which means that when we do try and get them their presents, we're going to try extra hard to get Jake his presents, because he's got two girls in that group that would really love to take his presents from him. So we just want to make sure that we get Jake all the opportunities to get the best presents.
And so there's a rumor going around that there is a chimp that's going to have their very first Christmas on safari. Who is that?
That must be baby Tom. We have a baby who will be 1 year old, 1 year in the end of December, and this will be his very first Christmas with the chimps. So he's very excited. He will be probably riding around on his mom's back, and that's Irene, and she's also in Jake's group too.
And you'll actually be able to see in those attachments that we discussed that you'll be able to see a picture of Tonk, and along with some things that he might like. There's a couple other questions in here, because I know that there's islands that surround water that surrounds the chimps. Do they swim?
So if they could swim, that wouldn't be how we would house our chimpanzees, because they could be very dangerous to humans if they came in contact. So they're actually so muscular that they're too dense, like their body weight is too high for them to be able to hold themselves swimming. And also chimpanzees, they make lots of noise and scream very loud. So the first sign of distress is they would start screaming. So not only would they not be able to swim, it would be very hard for them to keep their breath while swimming. So they cannot, but it makes for one of the best viewing experiences for chimpanzees here. That's what makes us so unique, is you have no barriers to look at other than the moat.
Speaking of barriers, Miss Chelsea, I know we like to say that at Lion Country Safari we unzoo it. do we only have chimpanzees at Lion Country Safari?
No, we don't. So for those of you who have never been to Lion Country Safari, you definitely want to come out at some point and visit us because we are a cageless zoo. We are a 4-mile drive-through safari where the animals roam freely. So you drive your own car and the animals sometimes cross right in front of your vehicles. Now we do have lions that do have to remain behind a barrier for obvious reasons. But like Cody said, we do have our chimpanzees on their islands. We do have zebras. We have white rhinos roaming freely, giraffes. So there's tons to see and do. And like Kristen said, we're located right here in West Palm Beach, Florida, just off of Southern Boulevard. And you can drive yourself wild.
Absolutely. It's very exciting down here at Lion Country Safari. I wanted just to just mention and open it up too. If you all have ever visited Lion Country Safari, or if you go on our website with your teacher's permission, and you check out some of the other animals that we have, if you wanted to create a special enrichment for them, you're more than welcome to as well, because Santa just doesn't come for the chimpanzees. Santa comes and visits all of the animals here at Lion Country Safari. So we are going to just ask a couple more questions here. I see that there's a couple more coming through. And I wanted to ask, let's see here. Do the chimps like getting enrichments that are in bright colors? Do they see in colors?
Yeah, the more exciting the enrichment, the better for them. They love brightly colored things. They can see in color. Anything that you want to make for them that is just any color of the rainbow. We have some that like particular colors, like Higgy. If you've heard of Higgy, he's one of our famous alphas. He loves the color blue. Anything that's blue, he just loves it. If we have blue Gatorade, he has to have it. So, yeah, shirts, blue shirts, yeah, just carries them around on his back. He just loves it.
Speaking of enrichments, Miss Chelsea, is there any materials that cannot be used for the enrichments?
That is an awesome question. For safety purposes, there are a few items that are on the naughty list this year. They include tape of any kind. We cannot have any tape. Any items that are that are toxic, like the toxic paints. Any glue that's toxic. So we like to say that if it's safe for a preschooler or a toddler, it's going to be safe for the chimpanzees. So anything that says like your school glue, your school markers, those are all safe for our chimpanzees. We also want to say no staples. If you're viewing in large boxes, please make sure that any staples, tape, all of that is removed before papering or decorating your boxes. But we do have that approved items list as well in that room right there that you can go ahead and download. That will show you what is not approved for the chimpanzees.
And I also wanted to mention too, any of the classrooms that are here streaming in and listening, is we are offering a special field trip special that your teachers are more than welcome to reach out to us. If you ever are able to make a trip here to Lion Country Safari and you can see the animals first thing. Now, let's go ahead, Miss Chelsea. I think we're going to go ahead and start to kind of wrap it up here because I know that they're going to get on their dismissal. So, Miss Chelsea, you want to go over just some of our dates, and then if they have any additional questions, where can they contact us at?
Of course. So the big date that we want to mention one more time is when those enrichments are due. They're going to be due by December 5th. Once again, you can drop those enrichments off at our main office between the hours of 9 and 5 p.m. There's going to be a sign-up sheet for your teachers to sign up, so that way we know who dropped off enrichments and who to thank. And then you can see Santa dropping off those enrichments to our chimpanzees on December 21st. We're going to be streaming live once again from Lion Country Safari. Once again, December 21st. Again, Lion Country Safari. And if you have any questions about those enrichments, you can email us at edreg, that's E-D as in dog, R-E-G, at lioncountry.safari.com.
All right, we'd like to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining here. And thank you so much to Shelby and Cody for being able to take some time away to help answer these questions. We're really excited for this holiday season, and we'll see you all soon, all right? Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.